Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to That Podcast here on YouTube. Man, this is one of my better finds at this one thrift store. Now, it's the same thrift where I found that VHS of History of Violence for, I want to say I paid a quarter. So monetarily, that's a great deal. But for modernness and monetary deal, this was it. This guy would get it. He bought stuff in like auctions and locker sales, and people just bring in and sell him a whole box of stuff. And I bought enough from him. He always cut me deals. I came in there. One time he's like, hey, the Blu-rays are $1. If it's a big set, I might want to charge you too. I'm like, all right, cool. I guess he didn't consider this a big set because he only charged me the $1 for this. This is the Back to the Future 25th Anniversary Trilogy, Blu-ray and digital copy. I had the digital copies on here. Got all the extras. I mean, look at all those extras. Piles and piles of stuff. What's this? Velcro. Back there. I love these films. I saw every one of them in a theater. What a piece of... That shows you how to remove the disc. These are the stupidest cases ever. And that's the thing. It's one of them where the digital copies are a disc. You got to put them in your computer and do all that junk. But that's 1, 2, and 3. And a kind of interesting thing about these. I wanted to see this first one when it came out. I just don't know why. When did the first one come out? Let me look that up real quick. Like 80, 84, 85, whenever this first one came out, I really wanted to see it. But at the time, I don't know why my parents, we just weren't going to the movies that much. And what happened it's whenever just Sesame Street's Follow That Bird movie came out, and we happened to be at like, is it either J.C. Penney's or Sears? I don't remember which my aunt worked there. Waiting on my aunt to get through at lunch. And, I don't know, to get through at work, go out on lunch, she's on lunch with us. And what ended up happening was I filled out this little form and won 2 tickets to go see Sesame Street's Follow That Bird. Put it in there. Ended up winning. Like, blew everybody's mind. Holy shit, I won, man. Won it. And I didn't even really want to see the movie. I was like, well, we'll go there. If there's something else playing, you want to just walk in that theater. They don't know. Went to the theater and negotiated and saw the first Back to the Future and loved it. Don't know why. The second one I ended up seeing in the theaters with a bunch of my friends. It was somebody's birthday, and we all got dropped off at the mall. We went and saw a movie and all that shit and kind of hung out and all that. The third one, I know I saw it with my mother in a theater. But you know the plot. The first one, Marty McFly, Doc Brown. Doc's got the car to time travel. Marty has to escape from the terrorists. He goes back into the 50s when his parents met. Has to make sure they meet up and all that. The second one, Marty is set up in the first one. The second one, Marty's got to go to the future because the kids are assholes. And Doc helps them with that. And they go future, past, all over, a lot of time travel. The third one, he ends up in the Old West. Just a great little series, and it's one of them where, thankfully, as far as I know, Zemeckis has it in his contract, they can't remake this. As long as he is alive, they cannot remake this film, which is good. They don't need to. And there's been, like a cartoon, there's been one of them kind of choose-your-own-adventure style games and telltale games that I don't get those. I played them like, it's like a choose-your-own-adventure book. Hey, I'm not going to pay for this. There's one of those that's supposed to be like a sequel. The cartoon's a sequel. It had its own comic. They've done a bunch. They've had another video game that's kind of a sequel. There's a bunch of stuff. And the weird thing is, like, this is a franchise I don't hear a lot of talk about now. But every once in a while, it'll just get huge for a while. Everybody will be talking about it. And then you won't hear shit about it forever and ever, and it comes back. Like when the hoverboard came out a few years ago, it didn't actually work. Or the self-lacing shoes. And everybody remembers all the bullshit you would hear. Like when that second one came out, oh yeah, the hoverboards existed. You just had to go to like a major city to get them. And of course, that rumor got blown to shit when, I don't remember who it was. I was in probably junior high then. Went to New Orleans and went all over, never found one. But a great little series. I enjoy the hell out of it. There is a better set. There's like one that's out now that's got like all the cartoons or a pile of them. This has been released on Blu-ray quite a few times. Because when I got this one, my impression is either it was stolen and then sold to that junk store or somebody got it and died because it looked brand new. And it just come out like in the last couple of months. And locally, I notice that a lot. I'll see a lot of still sealed DVDs and Blu-rays in the pawn shops that I know are like brand new. You know what I'm saying? They're still sealed and they just came out. Like one of the pawn shops in town, I went in there recently and they had 15 copies on DVD of It's the Easter Beagle, Charlie Brown. Still sealed. It's like, you know this and I know that's stolen. We know that's stolen, but the thing with DVDs is there's no way to trace it. There's no unique serial number, none of that shit. So cops don't worry about it. DVDs, Blu-rays, they don't worry about that shit. But yeah, check out Back to the Future. You ain't seen it. Actually, kind of surprised who it was. It was like, I think Cody LL has not seen it. Lane 618. I don't think he's ever seen these, or he just saw them recently. I'm like, dude, how the hell did you? There's a pile of films. It's kind of like it blew people's mind for a long time. Like I've never seen all of The Breakfast Club. I've never seen all of Pretty in Pink. I've never seen all of Top Gun. And it's just because, well, The Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, and that shit. I didn't ever have cable. By the time I had cable, I wouldn't watch that kind of shit. That's movies people saw constantly on cable. It's kind of like Beastmaster. I saw Beastmaster as a kid, but I didn't see it but maybe twice. There was a lot of people my age saw it millions of times. That shit was on TBS and HBO and all that all the time. This is one of those that was on cable. I don't know how Cody didn't see it. You can answer in the comments below, Cody. How did you not see Back to the Future as a kid? We're all really, really, really curious about this. All right, I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Laters.